Never make business decisions while you're emotional. Hey guys, I want to get this in here. Bear with me on this video. This one probably gonna be a little longer than I want it to be, but it's gonna be a lot of useful information in it. I let the salesman talk about the warranty process, or well, not necessarily the process, what they offer, just so you guys can get an idea, because there's a lot of people, especially on their first truck, they want to know about warranties. But I'm gonna I let him talk about that. I'm also need to talk about why I chose not to get it, and then just as importantly, the process that I just got through going through for the loan on my truck. This is my second truck. Let's get into the video.
Why you sleeping on us? Why you sleeping on us? No cap, we gon' have to make them believe us.
What it is, what it was, what it is, what it does. It's your boy Lean Trucker, back with another. Look at my baby back there. But anyway, today's video is about the finance end of getting this truck. So right now though, what I'm about to do, I'm gonna go in here and give my down payment so I can pretty much move on. I did not finance through the dealership, but it's a treat I'm gonna try to give you guys. I wanna find out about the warranty information, even though I'm not gonna get it. I wanna see if he's gonna go on camera and give you guys the warranty information. If not, I'll just tell you, but let's find out. Okay, right now he's a little tied up, so I take this time to just say, for all my subscribers, the ones I have, and those of you new to the channel, subscribe. A little quick brief on what my channel is about. My name is Lean Trucker for a reason. It's not that I'm lean, it's just that that's the objective. I want to try to stay there, Lean Trucker. So my video is going to be about the trucking industry, but also some of on the fitness side. So there will be some videos, probably not this one because this one probably be a little longer. There's going to be videos where I'll have some trucking content along with some workout content, you know, some food tips, stuff like that. It's going to be a mixture of both because after all, that is my life. If that's something you're into, subscribe, like the video, share it. What if that's my truck over there? Like the video, share it, and let's go find this dude, man. We got some questions we need some answers to. I can tell y'all right now, I highly doubt he's gonna go on camera and tell me, you know, about their warranty package. I just got a feeling he ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna get the numbers anyway. It'll just be lovely if he can go on camera and tell you himself.
All right, guys.
Here we go. This is my salesman
And friend Caesar over at Aero Truck Sales in Dallas, Texas. Just wanted to give y'all some information in case y'all ever had any questions about the warranty that Aero offers. We do offer a 6-month to a 4-year warranty, anywhere from 100,000 miles or 50,000 miles, actually, or 400,000 miles. It covers the engine, rears, and transmissions, and the DEF system. All internal lubricated parts are covered on the engine part of it, transmission, major components. 97% of the components will be covered on the transmissions. There's no cap on what work can be done as far as the amount of money that our NTP will cover for you on the engine, transmission, and rears. Saying that, there is a cap on the ignitions, DEF system, depending on how many years coverage you get, is how much coverage you'll get on that. So,
can you explain that?
6 months, yes, 6 months to a 2-year warranty will cover you up to $8,000 on the DEF system. 3 and 4 years will give you $12,000 worth of coverage. We also offer a what's called a comfort package for a little bit additional money, not much. It covers up to 12 additional components, up to $6,000. Gives you a little bit more peace of mind. Just to list a few, I don't have it in front of me, but things like the compressor, the compressor control system, as far as your AC control, the AC blower, the heater cores, the radiators, starters, fuel tanks, radio, alternators are among the 12 components that it'll cover. I believe that was 8 out of 12. So we're trying to get this as close as we can to a bumper-to-bumper warranty. Give you peace of mind to know that you're covered for at least 300,000 to 400,000 miles as far as major components, what we do is we try to keep you on the road, and we try to keep you from failing. Most people fail because they can't afford major repairs, and that's what this warranty is geared to help you with. So if you have any more answers, feel free to reach out to me. And you can email me. You can see we're selling trucks here at Aero Truck Sales. But you can email me directly at calonzo@aerotruck.com if you have any more questions about our warranty.
I got a question.
Sure.
How much? Like, you haven't really mentioned how much.
Okay,
like
yes.
1 year, 4 years.
That's a good question. That's a good question. I can tell you it depends on the miles, whether you're over 500,000 or under 500,000. But the coverage is going to be anywhere from about $3,300 up to about $9,800. So it depends on the truck itself. Each situation is different. Depends on the miles. Once we get the truck we're going to get, and we know how many miles it get, then we can give you a better quote as far as what you're going to be looking at cost-wise.
And the last question: what options do you have as far as where can you go to get it worked on? If
You can go anywhere nationwide. We have a 1-800 number that you call to our warranty department at our corporate office. They can point you in any direction and what's the closest service center they can help you. But you can go to any major service center like MHC, Premier, anything that sells new trucks can help you out. They accept NTP. So yes, once you call us at 1-800, whatever the warranty department number is, they'll point you in the right direction as far as what's in the closest vicinity to you, that NTP will cover your warranty claim.
All right.
Nationwide.
Okay. Appreciate it.
Thank you guys.
Yes, sir. And
See
I'll get
y'all
back with
again.
y'all later. All right.
All right,
Okay, we back. We came to the office. He said he wanted to go over a couple more things that he did not mention. Take it away.
Guys, just wanted to update you a few things. Can't show you this for priority only to Aero, but I can read it to you. I wanted to tell you that we've worked on plowing our platinum coverage that we have to make it better for our customers. So we've actually come up with the ECM turbo actuator and water pump. These things are included now in the policy at no added cost. Also wanted to address the fact that a lot of warranty departments will not cover certain components if they were damaged by non-covered components. We have gotten our company to change the way they do business to better their program for our customers. So now there is coverage to covered components if the progressive damage is a primary failure of a covered component, okay? Likewise, on the flip side, there is coverage to covered components as the result of progressive damage from a primary failure of a non-covered component. So in other words, if a non-covered component caused your covered component to fail, there is coverage now. And likewise, on the flip side, if a covered component caused a non-covered component to fail, then there's also coverage for that. Now, I also wanted to bring up one thing that we've also asked them to include. It pays up to half of the owner's truck payment if repairs are not completed within 14 days of authorization from NTP. So after NTP authorizes the work, if the work is not completed in a timely manner, and it takes more than 14 days, NTP will pay $750 of your truck payment. Likewise, they've also do that if it takes longer than 30 days. If it takes longer than 30 days, they'll pay up to $1,500 of your truck payment. And this is a no added cost to you. You pay a one-time premium cost. All these are just benefits that are included in the premium that you pay. I wanted to update one more thing to be sure that we got the 12 correct components that I was mentioning on the covered components, which is called the comfort package. The comfort package covers 12 additional components, which is the charge air cooler, radiator, fan clutch, air compressor, alternator, starter, fuel tanks, radio, HVAC blower motor, HVAC temperature control head, AC compressor, and heater core. So just wanted to let you know, for a little bit of additional cost, you can have coverage up to $6,000 to cover them additional components. I also wanted to bring up one thing. We've asked them to come up with some kind of truck rental program, and they've complied with what we asked for. So for $259 additional to your policy, you can have 7 days of rental on this policy. And for up to $419, you can have 14 days of rental, which is another feature that we offer to give you a little peace of mind and keep you on the road as long as we keep you working. So once again, guys, Caesar with Aero Truck Sales. Appreciate y'all's time. If y'all have any questions, reach out to me. See Alonzo at aerotruck.com. Thank you.
I tell y'all this, I am blown away. But I do appreciate that man. He went on camera and actually went over it. Now I know you probably thinking, and I understand, well, I mean, of course, he want to sell, so of course he go on camera, but I'm just saying, man, I've been around people where they like, nah, that's proprietary information. Can't go on camera. So I thought that was pretty cool. But anyway, having said all that, I'm still going to tell you guys why I chose not to get it. So we'll have that right now. Gonna hop in the truck, and I'm either gonna go pick up a load, depends or not, gotta call my customer. If not, I'll catch you guys most likely in my pickup truck. So I'm gonna start on my first truck, just to make that one more simple. I did it the traditional way. I went to a dealership and I went through financing through them. I mistakenly, because I just didn't know, didn't have the information, I got that truck in my personal name. That's all I knew. Now I know better. But anyway, that was the first truck. This is the second one. This go around, I decided to get outside financing. And I knew I could get it, or I believed I could, because their main requirements that they want for you to be quote top shelf is they want you to be in business 4 years or more, and then they want you, it's either 4 or 5, but it's up there. It's either between 4 or 5. Be in business for 4 or 5 years, and they want you to have, and then they go by your credit score. So obviously the higher the better. A quick little pro tip. If any of you guys and gals, because it's not a gender deal, but I'm just gonna say guys for everybody. If any of you guys decide that you want to get to a point to where you want to have your own authority or get an LLC, get it ASAP. Even if you don't plan on using it for 2 or 3 years, because that's all they see. Technically, I got my LLC in 2014, but I didn't actually start using it on the business stuff until 2016. But when I went to go apply for this loan, they went back to my, I guess you call it maturity date, when it first started, which was 2014. So make sure you do that. Take notes of that. Get it ASAP. It'll only cost you $3. I'm sorry. It'll only cost you $300 if you do it yourself. You can pay some other people. Actually, the guys I paid, I think it was Nolo, NOLO.com or something like that. They charged me $400 total. But yet, get your LLC. All right, second thing I did was I checked the interest rates on the market. And the interest rates for a commercial loan were a general 7 to 10%. That's the number that I was getting by Googling. I made a few calls. I called my bank. I bank with 3 different banks, a credit union, Wells Fargo, and Chase. Wells Fargo didn't even answer the question because they gave out so many PPP loans or small business loans that they're not giving out any more loans. Chase told me 7.25, I believe. And my credit union told me they'll call me back tomorrow. Guys, that was last week. Tomorrow never came. So anyway, going back to the company. So I get my first deal. Now I'm buying a $50,000 truck, $49,999, whatever. Okay, $50,000 truck. Which I do want to say this: on your first truck, do not. I don't want to say don't do it, but do not believe that you need to get this expensive truck. You don't really need to. But hey, however you feel like you need to do it, you go for it. But I've known guys who started out, their first truck was 20 grand, 25 grand, and they made it do what it do. You know, they had about payments about 2 or 3 years, paid it off, got in the green, saved some more money. Then on the second truck, you know, they went a little higher, if that's what you want to do. But anyway, in my case, this is what I wanted to do. I've been around this go around again, so that's what I chose. So back to the point. $50,000 truck. Okay, so I go apply for the loan. It takes some process as usual. They want to see some documents, what's in my bank account, you know, of course, from my credit, all that good stuff. And the guy came back. This was a little funny to me. When I talked to this guy, I asked him straight up, I said, what are your interest rates? You know, as far as what you've been dealing with. Because he telling me, man, I do this all the time. Okay, well, what interest rate you got? He gave me the standard line. He said, well, standard today. He said 7 to 10%. So, okay, cool. So in my mind, I said, I'll take 8. Right, okay, that's what I said, I'll take 8. So between the credit and time of business, I should get one of the lower rates. Okay, fine. A couple days later, dude come back at me. He said, okay, got your loan, man. I think it's pretty good. So, okay, what you got? You know, I'm kind of getting excited, okay? He said, it was, maybe I could put the numbers on the screen if I could, I'm pretty sure I still got the email. But it was, I believe, it was 2 payments, okay? It was my first 2 payments, which were gonna be $1,497, I believe, $1,496. Like I said, if I got it, I'll put it on the screen. It was gonna be $1,496 a month. That's what my payment was gonna be. I had to make 2 of those as a down payment, but it was still gonna detract from the total number of payments, which at this time was 48 months. So obviously I would have 46 left. But my down payment was that plus a $500, I think $75 or $95 doc fee. Okay, way too much. But that's what he told me. Interest rate, which he knew, this was the most important thing to me. He said in the neighborhood of 10.5. Okay. He said, man, it's pretty good. This now I was like, pretty good? Dude, how you tell me 7 and then get to a 10.5? Well, 7 to 10, then you come back with a higher number. Like, no, this ain't good. Shout out to the homie Cooley, by the way. If you guys don't watch Cooley channel, I think I know he shouted out my channel on one of my videos a while ago. So maybe, you know, I'm sure some of you guys will hear from him. Shout out to him. He gave me another number that I used. I didn't end up going with him. I actually went with the same lender that I'm talking about. But that guy was a really good guy. A guy named Joe. I got his number and all that good stuff. But yeah, he was real professional. Pretty good guy. Actually, I had him go over the numbers with me, even though it wasn't his loan, because I was like, I just want to double check this. And he did it. I mean, he was a pretty cool guy. Appreciate it, Cooley. Okay, y'all, so the next step is very important because the dealership I'm going through told me as long as the loan is trending in the right way, or at least is in progress, they can hold the truck. I put $500 down to hold the truck while I get this finance process going. So at this point, I'm like, it's not gonna work. I'm not working with this guy. I called the salesman and I let him know, hey, how much more time I got? Because I'm about to go a different direction. He was like, what's the problem? I tell him, right? Just give him the numbers. That's what he come back to me with. Man, I'm telling you, that's a pretty good loan, man. You're not gonna find any better than that. So I'm like, well, what about your company? I can tell you right now, man, I see loans all the time. That's a pretty good loan. That's about as good as it's gonna get. So if you notice, I got both people on both sides, the people that I quote unquote need, and the people who got the truck. Both are telling me. Now they don't know each other, they're not in cahoots, I'm not saying that. But they both are telling me to go forward with the deal. This is a really good deal. Now this next step I feel is very important. This is where I believe a lot of people make a mistake, or make the mistake, which I did not make. They go forward with it. They say, well, man, I really, really want this truck. I don't want to lose this truck. So, I mean, they both saying it's a good deal. Maybe it's a good deal, you know. It's the times, you know, things closing down, blah, 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 blah. I said, no, I'm not doing it. My point in saying that is to say this. Never make business decisions while you're emotional. I'm going to repeat that. Never make business decisions while you're emotional. Because you go do that, you all hyped up in it, you say, this is what I want, this is what I want. You go buy that crap or whatever it is, okay? You go buy that, And then 2-3 months later, or whenever later, when it's too late, you say, man, I shouldn't have did that. Don't get me wrong, it was pulling at me. Because I really want this. I want to get started. I want to get going. I stuck to my guns. About 2 days later, he told me he was going to call me tomorrow. He said, man, just think about it. I'll call you tomorrow. I'm like, all right, well, you can call, but it's okay. The next day, the next afternoon, surprise, he come back with a better loan. Much better. Obviously, the money didn't change. The difference is I had to put down, it was more money. I had to put down $5,000, pretty much 10%. But I got a 6.19 interest rate, which is obviously better than the numbers I was getting previously, not just from him, but Chase and all this other stuff. 6.19 interest rate, and my payment is $1,075. Now it is 54 months, so it is 6 more months. How they get 54 instead of 48, 60, I don't know. But if you notice, my patience and knowing my worth, I didn't settle for the trash. Got the 4%, almost 4.5, whatever that number is, lower on my interest rate, with the payment dropped over $400. I mean, patience. You know, when you know your worth, you know what you got. Do what you need to do. Do not make business decisions while you're emotional. Another thing I want to throw in here is everybody got different philosophies on how to do this. And what I mean is some people will rather have a 2 or 3 year loan and a higher note. I'm the type of person I'd rather extend something and have a lower monthly payment. And then when I make money, more money, just make extra payments. The reason is because when times hit, when rough times hit, like we're close in my industry, I'm a flatbedder specifically. My shippers, they usually slow down coming up October, November, mainly November, December. So around those months, January, my payment will be lower. I'd rather be obligated to pay less than obviously be obligated to pay more. That's my philosophy. Whatever works for you guys, do it. But my first truck, it was similar. I know. I financed $45,000. I paid it off a 1.5 years. Why? Because I just made extra payments. Plan on doing the same thing with this. I don't know if it's gonna be a 1.5 years, but good times, I'll make extra payments. The last thing on the finance side before I get to why I chose not to go the warranty route is that this process was definitely different. Technically, as we speak, it's not 100% done, but pretty much everything is done. I had to sign papers, print them out, go to a notary. I went to the UPS store, get those signed. Well, I signed them. I'm sorry, I had to get a page notarized, but when you go get a notary, they have to see you fill out everything. But I had to do that. I had to go to FedEx and overnight it. They paid for it. I'm not making this process seem like a big deal. I'm just saying it's different. Different than like when you go to a car dealership or you go to even in the truck side and a commercial side, and you just sign right there when you go through them, or let them pull and they use one of their banks or whoever, their partners or whatever. You sign right there and you walk off with the truck. In this case, it was me going through this, and then they got to work with the dealership, all that stuff. But I tell you, it's well worth it for me. Arrow, that's where I got my truck from. They was definitely gonna kick me in the butt. This is how you know they're gonna kick me in the butt on the financing side. When the salesman tell me, essentially, he didn't say these words, but he didn't even let me apply. I mean, that kind of told me all I need to know. All right, lastly, why didn't I get the warranty? The reason why I chose not to get the warranty is because, frankly, I don't believe in warranties. In general, warranties are like insurance. They're always trying to find a reason why not to pay something. One thing that stood out on me, I don't know if he said it in today's video. I have to go back and listen to it. But one thing, I think he did, in fairness to him, but one thing that stood out with me, he said it was no cap on the engine, differential, transmission, all this good stuff. He said it was a cap on the DEF system. And he told me in person the first time I went up there, he said it was a $12,000 cap. Once they get $12,000, essentially you're on your own. Well, that was a big red flag to me, because that meant that dev systems, which is no surprise, have a lot of issues. That's why they're trying to protect themselves, because they don't want to pay. So I didn't like that. Shout out to another shout out, y'all. Exclamation Thoughts. I watched his live last weekend, and he went through Arrow to buy the truck, and but he also bought the warranty. And some of the things that stood out to me that he was saying, now keep in mind, I had already decided I'm not going to buy this warranty. As you heard, that warranty was that top one was pretty much $10,000. The reason I'm saying shout out to Exclamation Thoughts, because I believe his cost $7,500, and he said that he regret doing it. If I remember right, if you happen to be watching this video, man, forgive me. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but he said he could have did a lot of different changes, a lot of different things for $700. He mentioned things like water pump. I mean, it was just some different things, a radiator. I mean, he said some different things that he could have changed out for that money that he just threw down the drain. Another problem that he mentioned was, now this I did know. He said that you can't just go to where you want to go when you got a warranty. You got to call them and then wait for them to call you back and let them tell you where you can take that truck. And then another thing is, I believe he said, but if not, I'm telling you my thoughts, that when you take it there, they're not in a rush. I know this is proof. I used to work for a company when I was a company guy, and we took the Freightliners to Freightliner. They just put it over on the side because the other guy come in as a paying customer. Why me in this example, I got warranty. Well, they're not technically getting any money off of me. They getting money off of these guys for a straight cash on me like right now. So they kind of prioritize this one over you, meaning it's going to take longer while your truck is in the shop. Hence why, as you heard the salesman said, their program, whoever they're using, got it to where if it's in here for longer than 14 days, you know, they'll pay half, you know, to something like that, or $750, I think he said. That's why this stuff happens, because they hold your truck. Because of these reasons, I immediately, before I even heard Exclamation Thoughts, had I heard him, I definitely would decide not to opt to get it. If you want more information on that, you can go through him specifically and ask him, because he actually went through the warranty. But for me, because I don't believe in them, and I know they're always trying to get out of it, I know that I go to, oh yeah, this was one of the most important reasons for me. I go to what you call mom and pops shops. You know, the local people. But I've been working local for, well, forget how long I've been working local as far as a company guy. As an independent contractor and own operator, I've been working local for 4 years. So for me, I have gotten, and actually I had got my own truck as an own operator, I'm sorry, in 2013, but I was independent when I went everything on my own authority in 16. But since 13, I've been going to mom and pops. I have never taken my truck to a TA, a Love's, a Freightliner. I had a Freightliner. This is a KW. I've never went to any of those kind of places, unless it was maybe a tire, to plug a tire. That was pretty much it. But I've never went to any of those kind of places. So, and I have no intention of doing it with this. And the warranty was not gonna let me go to mom and pops, where I can actually save money. I gotta go to the big ones, the ones they tell me, etc., etc. Right, y'all, let me wrap this video up. Like I said, I'm pretty sure it's longer than I was hoping it to be. And as you see in the background, that sun is coming down on me, because I really wanted to get this done today and try to edit it and get this out to you guys tomorrow. Having said that, if you're still here, I appreciate it. I really, really do hope you got some out of it. That's why I was telling you about this stuff. I'm more of a private kind of person. I usually don't talk about numbers. People that know me know this. I'll talk to them, but this is type of information I wouldn't usually put out. So I really hope you got some out of it. If you like it, subscribe, like, share, comment down any questions that you have. I answer any and all. And and another thing is, remember, my channel is about trucking and fitness. So there will be, like I said, other videos where I'm gonna be doing the trucking And I'm gonna show some workout clips because like I said, that's what my life is all about. So if you're into that, stick with me. I'm in there, but I want to make sure to get this stuff out. Keep it in mind, stay on the grind, one day at a time. Salute.